advocates are sounding the alarm on America's baby bust as our country's birth rate hits a record low. Last year, about 3.5 million children were born in the U.S. That's the lowest number of births since 1979. Our next guest says the downward trend is, quote, this is from her op-ed in the Washington Examiner. It says, a reflection of a society increasingly soaked in an anti-family ideology that views children as burdens rather than blessings. A society that fails to value children is one that risks losing its sense of purpose, continuity, and responsibility. Joining me now is Sarah Gabel Seifert. She is the co-founder and president of EveryLife. Sarah, it's so great to have you on, and I thought your op-ed was so beautiful. And what a lot of people will blame the low birth rate on economics. You know, the economy is not doing well, but you're saying this is a much deeper cultural problem. Explain.
That's correct. Thank you, Rachel, for having me. It's an honor. The birth rate today is at 1.6 babies per woman. In order for us to have a healthy, sustaining future for our country, we need that replacement rate to be at minimum at 2.1. It's really interesting that in the 1950s, the rate was at about 3.4. So you can see that our birth rate is plummeting, and this is a problem that we should all be focusing on. We need a country that is pro-life, pro-family, pro-freedom, and we don't have enough companies, we don't have enough people that are supporting these families, that are going above and beyond to say, hey, we know that in order for us to have a long, sustaining future, we have to have strong families. And at EveryLife, we are doing that every single day. We are the first and only pro-life diaper company on the market today. Believe it or not, every other major diaper company today is supporting abortion, either vocally or financially. And we decided to be the solution for parents that are passionate about shopping their pro-life values and knowing with a blessed assurance that they're partnering with a company that's giving back. We've already had the opportunity of giving out over 1.7 million diapers to moms in urgent need of these essentials. And this is how we start to see a culture shift to one that celebrates every miraculous life.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me just say, as soon as I learned about your company, I switched Valentina over to your diapers immediately. I had no idea those other companies were funding abortion groups. And you, of course, are doing the exact opposite and also donating so many to moms in need. But I think it's really interesting. You laid out in this op-ed the economic case for having children, but you also laid out something that it's really hard to give data on, which is just sort of the spiritual, fulfilling meaning in life reason to have children. I think so many young people, they come to me, I'm sure they come to you, and they want life advice. And I always tell them, yeah, follow your dreams, your career is great, but it will never fulfill you the way a family will, the way children will. And I just think there's so many really dangerous messages that will ultimately change their lives for the rest of their lives. Because if you don't get started falling in love and having a baby now, you know, it's not gonna happen, or it's a lot harder to do much later, you know?
That's correct. And it's wild to think that 44% of young people today are actually considering not having children at all. 23% are actually saying that due to their concerns to climate change, they don't want to bring a child into the world because they see it as a threat or a cancer to society. And what we're saying at EveryLife is that's not true. The best thing that you can ever embark upon is becoming a parent. Children are a gift. They're a blessing. They're our hope. They're our future. And so we need to start seeing more people shift this mindset of seeing children as a burden or something that's going to stop you from being able to pursue your dreams and your career, and actually begin to see it as something that's going to make you a better person. I know since being a mom, I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm more patient, I'm more loving, I'm more compassionate. I'm actually better at my job because of my daughter. And so I can't say enough good things about parenthood and life. And we're going to continue as a company to never stop singing our praises about being a parent, because it is the best job that one could ever embark upon.
Amen to that. Listen to Sarah, not that weirdo Bill Gates telling you not to have kids. The motto of your company, make more babies, Sarah. EveryLife, we thank you so much for joining us. Fantastic message. We need it.
Thank you for having me.
You got it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.